Just talking to everybody who's out there in the live stream. Hey, you can hear me. All right, good stuff. It's popping in. They're gonna start the program here in a minute. We've removed the sound because we don't want to get struck. So just hang on. Everything's gonna start here in a minute.
Etrene, trene, termoruk, etrene, trene, termoruk, eternil malak, termoruk, eternil malakis moruk. Hook and book and leshen kraken leshen balak, hook and book and leshen kraken leshen volver falla. Hook and book and leshen kraken leshen balak, hook and book and leshen kraken leshen volver falla. Etrene, trene, termoruk, etrene, trene, termoruk, eternil malak, termoruk, eternil malak, eteruk. Welcome. That was a Scottish Gaelic traditional song about what is between us. And the bridges between us. That's part of my heritage. And I wanted to welcome you with a song today, and thank you so much for being here. I would like to take a moment to honor the first people of this land by telling you a little bit about an Upper Skagit elder that I knew and was friends with for many years. And I'm going to bring her over here. She's here. Deanna from Metro. So this is Vi Hilbert. She was a Upper Skagit elder, linguist, storyteller, traveled around the world telling stories. She was declared a national treasure by Bill Clinton. She, to quote from Janet Yoder, even if you hear her stories one time, she's in your life. You hear her speak the language of this place, and the sounds of it lodge somewhere deep in your memory. You may never repeat them, but they will stay with you and remind you of the people who have always lived here in the Puget Sound. I just wanted to honor the first people. Auntie Vi, as we called her, would share the stories, and from their culture, it was oral stories, and they were passed down, and they didn't tell you what they meant. But Auntie Vi did tell us what the main drifts of the stories were, and that was respect, hold sacred all the earth, respect, hold sacred all the spirits, remember, hold sacred the Creator, be honest, be generous, be helpful to your people in any way you can, be clean, be compassionate, feel forgiveness for others, be industrious. And the literal translation is don't be lazy. But that brings us back to why we're here today. We're celebrating the culmination of a 3-year project called Routed in History. And it's about the communities, and the bridge with this mural, the Bus Shelter mural project started because Rainier Beach students came to Metro and said, can we paint a bus shelter? And that was in 1988. And then we started reaching out to schools. And this was part of a mural down in the Rainier Valley that was done by Native American artist Caroline Orr. And it relates the story of lifting up the sky. And lifting up the sky is about a community that comes together with poles because the sky used to be low. And lifting up the sky took 4 tries, but lifting up the sky together, that's how we lift up our communities, by our individual action, but our action within the communities. So that's a little bit of the history, how the mural program at Metro came together. It came as a request from the community and for the community, and that's how we have developed it over the years. And this project, Routed in History, I would like to start by bringing the main team members up, Marie and Stephanie and Juan Aguilera. My name, Dale Cummings. Come on up here. These amazing people have been with this effort for about 3 years. This is Marie Kihei and Stephanie Johnson Toliver. Most of you probably know them. Juan Aguilera has been working on photo mural projects with us for about 10 years. This was a labor of love and perseverance. In a year and a half ago, when the pandemic hit, Marie and Stephanie could not get into MOHI, Museum of History Industry, or into any of the archives to get the photos we wanted. And so we kept planning, but we couldn't do much. And in the spring, that dam broke on that, and they were able to get in and get the photographs that tell the story of these 7 sites. I think what I'd like to do is continue with and have Marie come up and say some words. Stephanie's going to speak, and our general manager, Terry White, is here, and he's going to have some words. So Marie is a community engagement strategist, and she's the co-owner and principal of Engagement for RieImagine Solutions. And she's a woman with a passion for the community. Please welcome Marie Kihei.
Good morning, everyone. I'm really excited to see all of you out here. First, I want to pay respect to the land that we're on of the First Peoples. This project has been a labor of love, and it came through one portal and ended into another. So I want to thank everyone who participated in creating the We Are water mural, which is on the corner of 23rd and Massachusetts. I had the pleasure of being in the room as one of the initiators of that project. And from that project, we were solicited by Dale Cummings to talk about and think about if we wanted to support these bus shelter murals. And so when I think about the Central District, which is where I'm from as a first generation Ugandan American, I think about the pride that is always put in me, about the people who have raised me and taken care of me. I'm a proud Garfield graduate. And so this journey has been something really amazing and powerful to be able to create the narrative with Stephanie Johnson Toliver and really think about placemaking in a neighborhood that has changed and that does not look the same from when I was young. I'm in my 4th decade of life, and I recognize that migration and changes happen, but that shouldn't erase what was once here and the people who created this neighborhood that everyone is so excited about. And so I take it as a responsibility to really honor the Central District and the people who made this community. I am fortunate to have been someone who has been able to been supported by many various business owners and community activists and organizers, some who are recognized in these mural projects. And so I value the opportunity to be able to shine light on their legacies and to be able to make sure that when people are sitting at a bus stop and having a moment to really be able to look around and see a neighborhood that they may not be from, that they take a moment and learn about this neighborhood that means so much to me and so much to many people who live here. So I just want to thank our sponsors who helped support make this happen, HCAACD, the Black Heritage Society of Washington, MOHI, and Boom Boona, who kindly supported being able to have beverages today. So the next time that you're sitting at a bus stop or the next time that you're riding on a bus, take a look up from your phone or your laptop, look around and see what neighborhood you're riding through. There are people who came before you that made those neighborhoods possible. And without them, you wouldn't be going where you're going today. Thank you very much.
Next, I'd like to introduce Stephanie Johnson Toliver. She's an amazing person, and I'm only just starting to get to know her. And she is the president of the Black Heritage Society of Washington State, where she leads a board of directors who are committed to upholding the society's. Okay. Got to speak from the heart. And she was in a past life a horticulturist who worked up at Volunteer Park. And she is one of the charter members of the Jimi Hendrix Park group. And she's been a lovely person to associate on this project and other projects before that. And I look forward to getting to know her more. Please welcome Stephanie Johnson Toliver.
Thank you, Dale. Okay, yeah, thank you, Marie. So welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming out and joining us today. Everything Marie said, right? I want to double down on all of that. As president of the Black Heritage Society of Washington State, every day I engage with the history of Black people across this region. And when I have the opportunity to come together with friends and associates in the community to work on a project like the shelter project here in the Central District, you know, I jump at it. I'm all about history and legacy of people that were vital to building this community. And I see that this project, right, while the installations have happened, it's the beginning, actually, of everyone's discovery and curiosity around what's in those shelters. So that's what I'm all about, is pushing the curiosity and history for Black people, entrepreneurship, educators, our media, our news media, our newspapers, the Seattle chapter, Black Panther Party. All of those stories that we're telling in those shelters are instrumental to how this community came together. So when people are passing, they're standing at those shelters, there's something there for them to engage with, learn, and grow. So I'm just really excited that we're here also with the couldn't do it, I guess I'm trying to say, is we couldn't have done it without some of the people who helped to support us. And that's the Historic Central Area Arts and Cultural District. It's For Culture. It is, of course, Marie and King County Metro, and the Museum of History and Industry, who helped with some of the photographs along with the Black Heritage Society. So thank you so much. And we'll continue with this program. I think Juan might say a few words.
Juan, would you like to say a few words? Sure. Please welcome Juan Aguilera.
Hola. Well, okay, so they just asked me to talk a little bit. I'm the guy who help out with the designs. That's something small to say there. They used to be here, now they're not. But so when they asked me to help them out with the design, and I asked them, what is the narrative? What is the concept? What is the story that you guys want to try to give me an idea of the design? They literally give me like an inch of the story of each of the murals. So I have so much material that all what I had to do was just put the story in paper, in graphics, and everything was easy to do. One of the easiest projects I ever have worked, because we have so much narrative, so much story. And all what I had to do is make it faithful and make it shine as good as possible. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Juan. He's being modest. I think this is one of the most difficult projects, and he has been so patient with edits, redos, this, that for 6 months. So, Juan, thank you for your patience and your art. And So I'd like to invite Terry White, who's Metro's general manager, who's kind enough to make a spot in his busy day, to come out here and speak with us. He is he grew up in the Central District, and one of our Douglas Truth Library mural shots is Roberta Bird Barr, who apparently was also his high school principal, if I'm right. So please welcome Terry White.
So I am Terry White, King County Metro's general manager, and in spite of the weather, Marie, we were coming here and we were going to do this thing. And I said before, there are a lot of things that we're trying to get done at Metro, moving people from a place to a place. But I absolutely was going to make time to come up here to celebrate the history that helped to shape and make all of us, including myself. I have some prepared notes because this is an emotional moment for me. It's about coming home, and it's about understanding that journey that we've all been on. I talk about going from a place to a place being more than just a physical address. And now it's about your state of mind. It's about your socioeconomic status. It's about keeping or trying to change that. So for me, absolutely, I was coming here today, to talk to you all about this movement in memory and history. So for this history is on every block in the Central District. The shelter murals that stretch from 23rd in Massachusetts all the way to 34th and Union share and tell the story of all those who lived and made that history. There have been many changes that have been mentioned, but the Central District is still the heart and soul of Seattle's African American community. These murals will celebrate the African American community blooming, where our seeds were planted here in Seattle because of Seattle's redlining policies. This is where we had fun. This is where we worshiped. I finally remember catching 42s and 7s to downtown Seattle, to transfer to 2s and 3s to get to 11, 12, 34th Avenue, to go to church, Sunday school. 11, 12, 34th Avenue is also happens to be where the Facts newspaper is now located. This is where we learned. Now, I'm not a graduate of Garfield High School, but I could clearly know when there are bulldogs in the house. Any bulldogs in this house? So growing up, our parents always looked for that pink newspaper, the Facts. That helped them stay informed about what was happening in our community. And the legacy of the people recognized in these displays, I should say, is still with us. Every time we go to the Douglas Truth Library, every time we pick up a Facts or Medium, every time a patient goes into the Carolyn Downs Family Medical Center, which, by the way, was founded by the Seattle chapter of the Black Panthers. Every time we move from a place to a place, we are celebrating the living history of the Central District. Now, I want to also thank the Black Heritage Society of Washington State. Thank you to the Historic Central Arts and Cultural District. Thank you, Mohai. Thank you for culture. And I want to thank my friend of over 34 years, Dale Cummings, for putting together this living legacy and tribute to our past, our present, and absolutely to our future. Dale, I appreciate you. You know that this has been a long journey, but well worth the ride. And I appreciate you all for being here in spite of this glorious Seattle weather. We were coming. Appreciate you all.
We're going to close with the poem. But before I do that, I've got a few thank yous to put in here. Special thank you to our vehicle maintenance chief, Rusty Bergeson, for coordinating the Black Lives Matter coach and bringing it up, and Brian from VM for bringing that up. I'd like to thank Gerald Freeman for bringing up the Metro swag. And by the way, on this end, these flapping papers show you, there's a map that shows you where each of the 7 bus shelters is. Please take one, and it's got a little description about each one. I'd like to thank Al Sanders, our wonderful public information officer at Metro, who's been invaluable working with us at the end of the project to make this event resonate in the community, and also to look for that blog this afternoon on the project. Service Supervisor Randall Kincaid helped us figure out how to get this get the bus up here and which way to go. Seattle Parks Department for allowing us to bring this bus into their area. Northwest African American Museum, United Reprographics, who printed the murals, and Stephanie and Marie's favorite, Marvin Miller, who installed them in the shelters. So with that, I'd like to ask Marie to come up and introduce the poem and the person reading the poem.
It gives me great pleasure to introduce Melvin Freeman, the artist chosen to create the public mural on the corner of 23rd and Massachusetts. That actually is the catalyst to how Stephanie and I got into this project with Metro. He is joined with a wonderful co-conspirator, Perry Roden, who was the artist that supported this project on the corner, again, of 23rd and Massachusetts. And Melvin's going to read the poem that entitles the mural, "We Are Water."
This thing's kind of hot, y'all. Excuse me. Let me, height issues. Lower it for me. All right. Thank you, everybody. My name is Melvin Freeman, also known as the Fly Blind Guy. I'm here with Perry Roden, the Curly Nugget. We are the artists. We are the artists behind the We Are Water wall right there. And a little bit about me. I am a proud Central District kid, born and raised in the Central District, 2016 Union right there. Went to all of the schools in the neighborhood. I went to Madrona, went to Jimi, went to Garfield. And I'm really, really proud to be a part of this community and be of this community. The We Are Water project was everything to me. It was an honor to give something back to my community, the community that taught me everything. And we did that. I want to give a shout out to Marie today. I want to give a shout out to the Office of Arts and Culture, the Black Heritage Society, and Stephanie, for collaborating with me and getting these pictures to put that project together. And I want to give a big shout out to Juan Awari, no doubt, for doing all the legwork for this project before I was even commissioned. And a big shout out to Perry right here for working that water on the wall, that beautiful drip. That's Perry's hand right here, So we did that, and I just want to thank everybody that was involved with that. And I wrote a small blurb that went on the plaque, and I will go ahead and recite that. Bear with me. So it goes, like water, we are the flow, resilience, strength, and life of the Central District. As individuals, we are droplets. When pulled together, we are a powerful current, a current that vitalizes and connects our community. We are water. We water is life. And Black people are the life of the Central District. And I always say that we are the ones that put that soul in the soil. You know, we make this thing what it is. And I just want to give a shout out to the Central District. And I just want to say thank you all for allowing me to be here today. Thank you for your time and thank you for the invite. Peace.
Thank you, Melvin.